Good evening and welcome to Winter Chevrolet Stadium in City Park in Pittsburgh, which has become a very happy place this week with the Diamonds on a two-game winning streak, and not just a two-game winning streak, two games where they shut out the league's leading team that's been hitting the hell out of the ball, and it's really been a spectacular performance. And of course with us is Aaron Miles on Runs Hits Aaron, the pregame show for the Pittsburgh Diamonds. And Aaron, it must be great managing.
Well, great managing. I obviously the right guys in the right spot in the pitching rotation. Vallejo scored 30-something runs in the last two games of the week last week, and they come in here and we blank them. And it has a lot of credit to do to Brett Solano, Barnesi, and Moskowitz, and yesterday Tyler Steyerwalt and Kane Spangler. And so those guys came and did what they have to do on the mound. It was a beautiful pitching performance and a great job with the defense.
It was a good job with the defense, and Steyerwalt seemed like he never really got perfectly clean innings over and over and over again, but he had like one base hit, one walk per inning, but that was as much trouble as he seemed to get.
He did a very good job of turning what little things that they had into nothing, and so. He gave up a hit here, gave up a walk here, but, really quickly he got back into the zone and got either a double play ball or a pop-up, and, he showed that he's the guy that we expect him to be, and hopefully we can see more of the same for the rest of the year.
It wasn't an explosion, but there were good signs on offense, too. You actually got hits when you needed hits to drive in people, that you had actually moved up with sacrifices, et cetera, doing the most you could. It seems to manufacture some runs.
Yesterday was a lot better than Tuesday. Tuesday, we scored one run, but it was enough to win. And yesterday, we did a great job of executing and doing the little things. We got guys over on the bunt. We got them in when we needed to. We basically situational hit yesterday, and that's what you got to do to win ball games consistently. And if you're pitching well and you're doing that well, it's a great recipe for success, and you're going to have success.
Yuki Yasuda had his best game as a Diamond, 3 hits, and he scored 2 runs, the first 2 runs, and that was it must have been nice.
Absolutely. We know what Yuki can do. We've been playing some of these other guys and trying to find out the right mix, but Yuki's been a great player in this league for a couple years now. And I expect him to contribute throughout the season. And we're going to ride his hot bat while we can, and hopefully he'll be in there and he'll be doing his thing, causing havoc to the pitching staff, giving a tough at bat, and really fundamentally sound baseball player.
There's one horribly ugly moment, and while we're being attacked by the turtle, it reminds me we're having a new player in the lineup tonight, Joe Torre. He got injured by that.
Fitting that Joe's in the lineup. It's one of his, obviously first baseball game this year. He's played. He's probably one of the most experienced guys on the team, but hasn't had a whole lot of, games at the professional level in the United States. He played in Italy for a while, so, we're all hoping Joe's going to have a good game today. And, obviously, the thing that the bad thing that happened yesterday was Jordan Van Atta getting hurt. We've got good news that it's probably not going to be too bad, so we will get him back at some point in the season.
He was just coming alive at the bat, too. It seems like just the worst possible time for him because he was starting to probably get some confidence at the plate as well. I talked to him. He said it would be maybe a week or so.
Well, a week would be very optimistic, I would think. But we'll see. I mean, if he's a quick healer and, it's not as bad as it looked, then obviously he's going to get back as soon as he can. Exactly. It came at the wrong time. He's starting to swing a good bat, and obviously a presence in the order that's going to be missed. But, we got guys that are ready to step up and show what they can do. And, there may be some changes to the roster coming soon and give somebody a new life and see if they can help this offense out that's still trying to find its niche.
So tonight, the San Rafael Pacifics. It's been a quirky part of the schedule that's taken so long to actually get the first game against them. What can you tell us about the Pacific's strengths, weaknesses?
Well, they're an improved ball club from last year, that's for sure. They went out and got some guys from Latin America to shore up that pitching staff. They've got a couple of high affiliated players, and one guy that's pitched in AAA, and obviously J.P. Howell is a big league player. I don't think he's going to be pitching in this 2-game series. They probably wait till they get back to San Rafael to pitch him. But they've got more speed in the outfield this year than they had good speed last year, but they've got good speed this year. And their new players seem to be playing well. They've got 4 or 5 guys hitting over 300, and so we're going to try to do what we can to expose the guys that aren't hitting as well, and be safe with the guys that they know are hitting the ball good. They've come in and they've been a pretty solid ball club all around in all phases. So I expect a good game.
So you're sending Dakota Freeze to the mound on somewhat like an Angel Laura.
Well, yeah,
Dakota having played for Santa Fe last year.
Dakota got to face his old team last year at the end when I think he was kind of a little bit lost with himself, but this year he's really good. I think he's going to be amped up for this game because of it, and I'm hoping that he calms down and just pitches his game and doesn't try to think about too much how this is the team that let him go. But Dakota's he's a fireball guy. He's got a fireball attitude, and hopefully he's on his game tonight and he can give that revenge that he's been looking for.
So I don't know if you think about things in these grand terms, but it's been a tremendous 2 games for a team that was struggling. It looked like it was headed the wrong direction, lost 5 in a row. Now you've won 2 in a row with incredible pitching performances, but even now the offense came through yesterday when they needed to. What does that do to the team spirits? Do you notice a difference?
Well, 2 wins picks the team up right away. It picks me up. I mean, I feel great, about where we're at. We still have those question marks, but I think we knew that we were going to be good defensively and we were going to be good on the mound, and that still seems to be. We make an error here and there where we shouldn't, and sometimes, I think maybe, I don't know what it is, maybe it's just getting started and it's early in the year before these guys lock down and just become who they need to be. But, obviously our outfield is very, very good. We're covering more ground out there. We're capable of doing what we can in the infield, and our staff has been great this year. Even though we're still a losing record right now, that if we pitch like we've pitched the last 2 games and we defend like we have, we're going to be there. These bats are going to get hot, and we're going to go on a run.
One last thing, I just have to throw it up because you just mentioned defense and covering the ground, et cetera, et cetera. DeAndre Vance, 3 home runs he kept from leaving the ballpark in 2 games. That was one of the more astonishing statistics or things to watch I've ever seen.
It was very impressive. He's a heck of an athlete. He looked like Spider-Man out there climbing the wall. I was really impressed, and for the fans that were here last night to see that, or if anybody wants to go back and check, if we have the feed, if we have those games on tape, those are spectacular plays, big league plays, and definitely worth the price of admission, worth seeing again if you haven't checked it out.
It was amazing. Thank you very much, Coach. And I guess that puts the pressure on you, Tim Banks, from BayAreaSports.tv, because he's got the video of those DeAndre Vance-like plays, and they really were something. We are going to be getting underway here with the Diamonds and the San Rafael Pacifics. In one moment, we'll be ready for the start of tonight's game right after this.